Happy Sabbath. This is Pastor Wentland Paul bringing you another voice note. We affirm faith and we celebrate critical Christian thinking. This morning's topic: vampire bats versus human social behavior, lessons in cooperation and altruism. Vampire bats versus human social behavior, lessons in cooperation and altruism. The setting is a tropical rainforest in the Caribbean. Contemporary girl and Bible girl are looking for the bat sanctuary. Contemporary girl stops abruptly and raises the camera. Oh, wow, we are here. Listen to that chittering. There must be hundreds of them up there. The smell is pretty intense, though. Bible girl pauses and looks with excitement. This is perfect. I can't believe we actually found them. Ah, those bats up there are very interesting. Contemporary girls squinting through her lens wonder whether these bats are vampire bats. It's hard to tell from the distance. Probably they are. Why then are you so excited about the idea as to whether they are vampire bats or not? Bible girl. I've been reading about their food sharing behavior. There's this incredible study showing they share blood with colony members who fail to feed. Without that sharing, those bats would die within 70 hours. Contemporary girl taking photos while listening. That's actually pretty altruistic. It is just mothers feeding their babies. Bible girl. That's what makes it very remarkable. Reciprocity was 8.5 times more important than relatedness in predicting who shares food. Wow. They build long term relationships through grooming and food sharing over months and even years. Contemporary girl stops photo, stops her camera and begins to reflect on what Bible girl has said. So they're keeping track of who helped them before. That's sophisticated for bats, Bible girl. It it makes perfect sense for them. It perfectly illustrates something from which I had read in First Samuel chapter 25. David's men protected Nabal's shepherds from raiders. When they later asked for food, Nabal responded dismissively in verse 10 and 11, and I quote, "Who is David? Who is the son of Jesse? Many servants are breaking away from their masters these days. Why should I take my bread and water and meat I have slaughtered for my sharers and give them to men coming from who knows where?" Unquote. Contemporary girl, adjusting her position for a better shot. That seems pretty ungrateful after receiving protection services. Bible girl, David's main approach, the great approach was very much like the bats. He had already invested in the relationship by providing protection. He was respectful and made a reasonable request for reciprocal help, but Nabal completely dismissed him. Contemporary girl, pausing her photography. Am I guessing that didn't go down well? Bible girl, David was furious and planned to attack, but Nabal's wife Abigail intervened. In First Samuel chapter 25, verse 28, she told David, and I quote, "Please forgive your servant's presumption. The Lord your God will certainly make a lasting dynasty for my Lord, because you fight the Lord's battles, and no wrongdoing will be found in you as long as you live." Unquote. Contemporary girl, thoughtfully. Hmm. So she understood the reciprocity principle that her husband violated. Bible girl, exactly. That bad research shows that when individuals consistently take without giving back, they get excluded from cooperative networks. Neighbors' behavior threatened the entire community's system of mutual aid. Contemporary girl leaning against a tree. I've seen this in legal practice too. Clients who take advantage of others eventually find themselves isolated when they need help. Bible girl. But here's what struck me about the BAT research. Successful cooperation requires long term relationship building. These bats invest months grooming each other, not just transactional exchanges. David's request wasn't just about payment, it was an invitation to establish ongoing cooperation. This observation you made about your law practice also exists among church people. These people who have received help are the worst behaved. It is very, very inevitable that they will be isolated and alienated. Contemporary girl raising a camera again. So the lesson isn't just about reciprocity, but about building relationships over time. Bible girl, right. And Proverbs 3, verse 27 speaks to this, and I quote, "Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power to act." Unquote. David had already done good for Nabal. He deserved reciprocal kindness. Contemporary girl, taking more photos. What I find interesting is that this behavior seems naturally uh, selected for cooperation. Actually, it works better for survival than pure selfishness. Bible girl, which makes Nabal's response even more puzzling. He had everything to gain from alliance with David. Instead he chose dismissive pride. The research showed that 64% of bad food sharing relationships were between unrelated individuals. They understood mutual benefit. Contemporary girl, lowering her camera. This is making me think about my relationships. I probably have been too transactional sometimes, expecting immediate returns. Bible girl, the research challenges me too. It makes me realize that every interaction either builds or breaks down social trust. When people take advantage of kindness without reciprocating, they are eroding the very foundation that supports all of us. Contemporary girl nodding. And these bats are living proof that cooperation can work if everyone participates. Bible girl, to a point, yes. But when too many people act like neighbor, taking benefits while refusing to reciprocate, the whole system collapses. Then everyone loses access to mutual support. Contemporary girl, starting to pack up her camera. You know what's interesting? David later married Nabal's wife after Nabal died, right? Bible girl. Yes, Abigail recognized David's character and responded appropriately to his cooperative overtures. This relationship developed into something lasting, showing David was genuinely interested in building relationships, not just extracting favors. Contemporary girl slinging her camera over her shoulder. The same situation produced completely different outcomes based on how people responded to cooperative gestures. Bible girl, exactly. Proverbs 11:25 says, "A generous person will prosper without, well, whoever refreshes others will be refreshed." Unquote. Abigail understood this principle, Nabal didn't. Contemporary girl, as they prepared to leave. This has definitely given me a lot to think about. I came expecting to photograph wildlife and got a lesson in social ethics. Bible girl, the beauty of studying creation is that there are lessons everywhere. These bats are living out biblical principles about how communities should function. Galatians 6:2 tells us, and I quote, "Bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ." Unquote. Contemporary girl, as they start walking, the legal system tries to enforce cooperation through contracts. But what you are describing is voluntary cooperation that emerges when people understand mutual dependence. Bible girl, that voluntary cooperation is more stable because it is based on genuine mutual benefit, not external compulsion. That bad relationships, or rather, the bad relationships last for years, though consistent, rather, they last for years through consistent reciprocal care. Contemporary girl, looking back at the canopy, makes me this makes me wonder what other lessons are up there that we haven't discovered yet. Bible girl, probably more than we can learn in a lifetime. But isn't it remarkable how a story written thousands of years ago can be illuminated by research on creatures most people fear? Contemporary girl, as they head back down the trail, it really is the connection between ancient wisdom and modern science. That's something I never expected to find in Bat Sanctuary. Bible girl, coming to the end of the journey. Job 12, 7 to 8 says, and I quote, "But ask the animals, and they will teach you, or the birds in the sky, and they will tell you, or speak to the earth, and it will teach you, or let the fish in the sea inform you." Unquote. Even vampire bats can teach us about God's design for community and cooperation. Contemporary girl, thanks for sharing all this. I have a feeling I'll be thinking about vampire bats and biblical reciprocity for quite a while. This is Pastor Wendell Paul ending Sabbath Voice Notes. I thank you.